Well, I guess I can start my little spiel, and that is, if you're here listening to us live, please go ahead and share the room. Invite your friends and everybody to listen. And if you're listening after the fact, we certainly appreciate you. And here's Rob. Let me get him up here. And then with Rob here, I should.
Somehow I always have trouble getting into this in the beginning. I'm not sure why.
It's just,
you're here. You're here now.
It's just what happens on Twitter.
It's just like I click everything I can see and I can't get in. And then finally I get in.
All right, let's get the show on the road.
I'm not too loud. I'm not too loud for everybody, am I?
No, it's perfect.
Perfect. I think everybody sounds pretty good to me, but now I'll dive in with a brief summary of what we are and who we are. We're the Divi project, established back in 2017, and the blockchain has been up and running successfully since September of 2018. So we've got a solid run going. But the goal of Divi is to make crypto easy and accessible for everyone, everywhere. And a couple highlights: the Divi wallet, which we're going to be talking about today, and then Divi DeFi, which is another emerging solution, which I'm not sure if there were any specific updates on that, but we got some exciting things coming, and I think for those exciting things, I think Voice, are you gonna kick us off with some Simplex updates?
Well, obviously, most people have seen the tweets that were sent out, and of course, Buy is coming back into the wallet. So if we're talking about Simplex updates, it's we are now going to be releasing earlier next week the version with the Simplex integration, and it's pretty fantastic. We've been doing quite a bit of testing on it. The workflow is a lot different than before, so that's why it's requiring a new update. So it's not just about your blue button turning on. It will be a new app with the integration, and everybody should be pretty darn excited. This is going to be pretty awesome. This is, dare I say, Rob, Simplex is probably, at least if not is the largest on-ramp provider, I think, in the world for crypto, at least. If not, it's very close to the top. So it's a great partnership that we have with them. So when you get the mobile wallet, you will notice when you tap the buy button after you've updated that you will have the features and functionality that will look similar to what you see on some of the exchanges you have. It will walk you through it. I'm going to do some videos on it. It's straightforward. There are some usability features and functions that we're going to be changing and updating as we go. There's things that, as the dev team and we as a community, like the philosophy of crypto made easy, there are edges we are going to smooth off, right? That means make easier and easier and easier. So this is our first release of the Simplex integration, and as you use it, you will get the benefits, of course, being able to have the ease of on-ramp of fiat, and know that next week is the first release, and then the week after there'll be another release, and it's going to get easier and easier and easier. And one thing that I will tell you that you'll notice in this first wallet is if you do a buy, which is one of the features that we were looking at modifying, and it slowed us down a little bit with this button, is you'll see the Simplex video inside the wallet after you complete a transaction. That will eventually go away, and it will drop you back into the wallet itself. So those little subtleties will be changed as we keep moving forward, and I'm pretty excited. So you'll see a video come out from me here in the next day or two.
Cool. Hey, Voice, I'm excited that this is getting into the wallet. Also, obviously, you and the team has been working hard trying to get this going. And so I just wanted to go over some of it. So buy is going to be there. We wanted to be clear what's not going to be there. So we're not looking at sell. right now.
It's buy, yes.
Yeah, and we're also I think there were some limitations that we wanted to go over in terms of like who sees what where. Just for expectation setting.
That's a great thing to bring up, and we were chatting about that. Thank you for a reminder on that. And so, as with anything financial, let's just be clear. Even with our previous provider, when it comes to your transactions with them, when it comes to being able to support that transaction, Simplex is full service, meaning that when you create a transaction with Simplex and they're going to do, let's say you have a credit card buy of, I don't know, 100,000 Divi or something because you're going to deploy something. And as that goes through, you will get an email from Simplex, which is sort of like how we had before, but they're much more verbose and have a lot more information, much more polished experience. And so when you see this transaction go through the process in your wallet, you'll notice that as it gives you its status updates, if you also check your email, you will get updates in your email. Now, if you have a customer service issue, right? Customer service issues. Let's just say you have something that you need to have an answer with the transaction itself. Check out the email they have. The email they have will have all of the information where you will be able to ask a question if there's a delay, if there's some information you need, some update that you need. Everything they will handle. You just go ahead and follow up with their emails. I believe that there will also be some information that you can copy in the wallet for any sort of opportunities you may have support-wise or otherwise, which I don't foresee. But if you did, make sure that you have the information there for what your transaction is, and that will be available for you in the wallet. They will take care of you from top to bottom. So it's a much more polished, integrated service. So if you say to me, "Hey, I've got a transaction and it was so fast," no, I'm kidding. It was a little slower than I expected. I can't make it faster as much as I would love, as you all know, to take care of you. Simplex will do all of that, and this is their biggest thing. They do this for the larger exchanges. As you know, if you log into the bigger exchanges, what are the on-ramps, right? Simplex is one of them. They will take care of everything for you. So make sure you take a look at the emails.
Also, Voice, did I understand correctly that some people will be able to use Apple Pay, or am I wrong on that?
You know, that's a good question. I haven't used the Apple Pay, but Apple Pay is, I believe, coming. But there's also with the credit cards, there's also SEPA too. So
that's right. Right. So there might be some different experiences depending on where you live.
Correct. There will absolutely be different experiences depending upon where you live. Obviously, if you're in the States, you're not going to have SEPA.
Right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's Europe, right?
Yep.
Well, it should be good to talk about like some of the coins that you can buy as well. Which ones are available at the beginning?
Well, obviously, the major ones are going to be available at the beginning. If you want Bitcoin and you want Divi, of course, those are all possible. There's Litecoin that you're going to be able to buy. So all the same majors that we had before will be available and more. So make sure you take a look at that. There will be lots of opportunities there.
Cool. We want to take any questions on Simplex. We've been waiting a long time for this. It's kind of a relief to get past this part and get cracking on improving it and also onto other stuff. But I'm pretty relieved.
Yeah, I mean, I look, we have to be honest that we have different workflows in different regions of the world, and where Simplex is they have an Orthodox holiday that they observe, and they do observe those, and that took about a week and a half or 2 weeks off of the development process. Yes, yeah. We respect that. I think that should be respected.
Oh, totally.
Mm-hmm.
Any questions on this? Okay. Renuk, you want to take us on? I can't look at our agenda because I am in a new place.
No worries. Next is actually you. It's a DAO update.
Okay, so it's me.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not in San Juan anymore. I'm up here in New York now. and I'm opening a house, and I just got the power on, so I'm not at my computer. So anyway, that's enough about me. The DAO, real quick, there's a vote going on right now. If you've already joined the DAO before Sunday, then it would be great if you could vote. The vote is whether or not NFTs that have been purchased. So just as a reminder, going back, the governance model that we're using going at some point in the future, is that you need one eDivi, because we're doing everything on Ethereum right now to do these votes. That's all you need to do these votes. You need to join the DAO on Snapshot, and there's instructions in our Discord about how to do that. My memory is terrible, so I'm not going to even try. So go to Discord if you want to join, participate. The instructions are there. You need one eDivi to vote on these preliminary votes. But the governance model that we chose to move forward with is that you'll need an eDivi, and you will need an NFT in order to vote, and a different NFT in order to propose, make new proposals. Those NFTs will come in tiers. And kind of modeling the Volt tiers. So you've got a little bit more power for each tier for voting with each NFT, and you can propose larger projects with the higher tiers of the proposing NFTs. And all you need to do in order to have one of these NFTs is to launch a vault. And we're going to be putting in the infrastructure to make that happen, such that your NFT will just get into your wallet when you launch a vault. That said, the other part to that is that you can purchase NFTs. So there's a purchasable version of each of those. If you want, if you don't have a vault and you want to, take part in voting or proposing. And then the question here for this particular vote was whether or not those burn. And I'm using the word burn, but I just mean get disabled, one-time use, that kind of thing. We don't need to decide the exact mechanism by which that happens. But so the idea is whether or not we want it such that when I have a purchased NFT, I use it to vote whether it's immortal and I can trade it, or whether it burns and goes away. You need to buy another one in order to vote again. We're just getting that out of the way in the beginning because there's a lot that kind of leverages that behavior. So if it burns, or whether it's immortal or whether it burns, kind of reflects what the price should be, which we haven't decided yet. And it reflects some of the utility of how you use it, whether you can trade it, all that kind of stuff. So we want to kind of get this out of the way so that we can start launching more votes per week. Just wanted to get this hard stuff, or very preliminary stuff, one by one, so we can focus and kind of work on our process a little. But I think after this vote, we will start proposing more votes at the same time, just to iron out the entire governance model, and then we're going to have to implement it. So for now, it's just do purchased proposing and do purchased voting NFTs burn or not. Hop in there, get in there, vote on it, and then we can just keep moving forward. This vote ends Sunday. I will admit I kind of messed up. One of them ends at, I think, 12 noon, and the other one ends at like 12 midnight or something like that. Sorry about that. I blew it. I was tired when I was doing it. That was totally my fault. You can yell at me in Discord. That's I think that's it on the DAO. There's many more votes coming, and then hopefully in a couple months we can actually get together and get this thing up and running.
Awesome. Thanks, Rob. Any questions on the DAO before we move on?
Cool.
No? We're good.
When
Okay.
DAO on Divi? No, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
I'm starting trouble, everyone.
Yeah, it is.
I totally just stirred
when
it up.
sidechains on Divi.
Sorry, yes, exactly.
You
It's
see, Rob
coming.
has
It's
left
coming.
the
That's what I'm
meeting.
going to say.
Yeah.
Yeah. Only few knew what was planned. I'll just leave it like that. So.
Great. And then, a couple more things. So last week, I shared with all of you the company direction and the marketing update. So just a quick, 30-second summary of that. So essentially, what we've been like Ryan's talked about, like we've been about making crypto easy and accessible for everyone, everywhere. And that's amazing. And we've really stuck to that and delivered a lot of amazing products that, kind of delivers that. But as you all know, the market's been really slow, and that also means that our growth is going to be slow. So with that in mind, we want to make sure that we, push our growth. We start to increase our scope, of our products, our features, who we can work with. If we stay just within crypto, it's going to be limited to that. So what we wanted to do is to expand from there, so we can work with other businesses and also more customers as well. So with that in mind, we are looking into Web3, blockchain technology, and kind of vertical SaaS solutions. So taking our scope, which is crypto at the moment, and then making it much wider. When that happens, means that will give us more funding. It will speed up our processes, our development. We'll get more resources because of all the projects that we'll be working with. And eventually that means that we'll have better and a higher number of products and features to sell to other customers as well, and also get new people coming into the Divi ecosystem. And not only that, when we are working with these kind of businesses, we can use their expertise, their technology. So that's going to really push us even further. So we're really excited for that. And the second part of that was the marketing strategy. So how does that all come together? We've talked about the market currently being very slow and it's not the right time. So we've got the strategy in place. When we see signs of the market getting back into green, we're working on a few kind of back-end things, making sure that we are in a good place to go. So Simplex is absolutely one of those key parts of that. And also a few of the other bug fixes we're doing. So as soon as all of those things are ready, we're good to kick things into place. And obviously, we need funding as well. When we're all good to go, we're ready. We already had a lot of actually planning done before as well. So, and we're also working on a few new website updates as well, like we mentioned in that talk. So that's a quick, in a nutshell, that's all of the things we're doing. Lots of things coming. Rob and the rest of the team, we will be working on a light paper, and we've talked about the roadmap as well. So all of those things are going to land very soon. So we are very excited, and I think, we're all feeling very bullish about what's to come.
Two things.
Any questions?
Oh, go ahead. I got two things I'm short term that I'm excited about. One is I talked a little bit like a week or two ago about Simplex coming on and creating a raffle around that, a competition kind of thing. We are going to be implementing that hopefully in the next couple of weeks. I don't want to pick a date yet. There's some work to do on two platforms, but that should be a little fun little event. As we get closer to that, I'll talk about it a little bit more. And the other thing I've been talking about with Renook is kind of having a little chat. Once we get the light paper and website up and running, then I'm hoping to kind of like have a little chat where we can that everybody's included, not as spaces, but maybe in spatial, where we can just talk and go through the whole thing and bring everybody up to speed on the whole expansive roadmap, which is far larger than I think we've ever had before, with a lot more detail. So look for that sometime in the future too. So that'll be that. Those are the two things I'm really excited or looking forward to that are near term.
Absolutely. Thanks, Rob. Yeah, and and you'll probably also start feeling like we want to be as transparent as possible with you guys, and take you all on that journey with us. And this is also one of the reasons we've also been focusing on kind of educating and creating this educational series, so you can come on this journey with us. So and also always feel free to ask questions. Get in touch with us on Discord or Twitter. We're always here to talk, and definitely we'll get the fireside chat going as well.
Cool.
Any questions on any of those?
Anybody who ever wants to set a concierge call with me, obviously they can do that too. I have that going Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Anybody can, I will happily engage anyone on any topic, especially if it comes down to development or where we are, information or history, whatever you want to know about labs that I can reveal, of course, but from a community member perspective, I will be as helpful to your conversations and communications, just like it is for support, as I always have been. So you can set up concierge calls with me anytime.
Brilliant. Thanks, boys.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Cool.
We'll have a short one today, I guess.
Yep.
It looks like we got Turbo coming up. Maybe a question.
I just wanted to say that the voice calls with the voice have been always, a pleasure. The voice is so helpful, so friendly, so patient. I just want to say again that my Divi experience has been enhanced because of the voice.
Thanks, brother. I appreciate that. And that's from learning about development. It's not even just, hey, my wallet won't sync. I mean, I will work from developer side all the way down to I don't know. I'm 97 years old. How do I start my wallet? I'll do it all. So I enjoy it. Thank you though.
I didn't realize you were 97 years old, boys.
Yeah, I am. It's good genes on my side. So.
All right. So I guess we'll wrap it up here then. Unless Ryan needs somebody else.
Nope. I'm fresh out of questions.
We got quite a few people in this channel. Come on. We got is Jim here. Jim had some good questions.
I thought I saw him, but
thought I saw him. Jim was asking me, and I think it was in a private chat, so I'll just ask for him. He was asking, when you see this update on Monday, will you see a notification? Well, that's a little bit dependent upon you. If you're like me, you turn off, that's what I do, turn off these auto updates and auto downloads. We all know at times, all of a sudden you'll go to an app and it'll be gone, right? So the app stores can remove things or update things automatically and dynamically. And so that drives me crazy, right? So I have mine turned off. If you have yours open in the default, what you'll see is your normal operating system update. So on certain devices, it'll pop up on your home screen. It'll say that there's an update for an app. On Apple, it'll do the same thing. You can slide down. You'll see that these updates come. If you don't see them, maybe you just have yours configured the way I do. I just go to the store itself. So just go to the Google Play Store or go to the App Store, and or you can go into your settings and look at your existing apps, right? So you can do that. And like on Google Play, of course, you can manage those apps from inside your device. And if you look at those apps you have installed, it'll tell you whether or not there's updates. So that's some of the features and functions that will be dependent upon how you and what operating system you're running. But yeah, it will come. If you don't see it on your phone, if you're like me, you won't see it. Just simply go to the App Store itself, look up Divi Wallet, and it'll say, hey, you have an update, and just install it straight away. You don't need to do anything but just simply update.
Okie dokie.
Wonderful. Thank you, everyone. I hope you all have really good weekends, and thanks for joining.
Fantastic.
And everybody,
thanks, guys.
If you haven't, check out Chaos Coin Club. I'll leave it at that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Give it a check. Thanks, everyone. Bye-bye.
All right. Bye.